everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom Alpha. My name is Swoop there and we are here in my desert mini park. You can see in my last episode I put in the dome in the back here. I know the content has been a bit slower. It's actually been as slow as honey on a cold day, to be honest, but we are winding down Alpha and we are getting ready for Beta. I'm going to be really sorry for this park to be gone, but Beta is going to be available in less than a month now, so I am super excited about that. Drop down in the comments below what kind of park you would like to see from me first. I do have some ideas, but I'm really interested to hear from you guys as well. Today we are going to be working on a small habitat next to the path. It's going to be in this area here. I'm also going to have a pathway that goes through here, and it's kind of going to be like a stop-start pathway, so people have to kind of walk in, but they'll also have to walk back out this way, so it'll be a bit of a wider path coming through this area. And I am going to put a dinosaur, enclosure in the back here as well. So I'm going to have one here, one more here, and then a tour before the beta is released. So in here, I'm going to put the Oviraptor. Now, some of you might be thinking, the Oviraptor is not that small, Swoop, and you would be right, it is not that small. It's actually about 2 meters long, but it only grew to about 1 meter tall. So what I'm going to do, and that's about how tall this fence is here, about 1 meter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these fences and put in some custom fences that are a little bit taller, and then I'm also going to put in like some netting across. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and I will see you in the speed build for some Oviraptor facts, and then I will see you in the real-time part at the end also. Well, hey everyone, welcome to the speed build. Let's have a little chat about these dinosaurs, the Oviraptors. I chose these ones to put in here despite a lot of people giving me some different suggestions, simply because one, I haven't built for them yet, so I was excited to build for them, and two, I actually think that they fit quite nicely in this little space. And the third reason is they are a Prehistoric Kingdom dinosaur, so hopefully, although it's not confirmed, they will eventually be in the game. We have seen some really early pictures of them from Prehistoric Kingdom, so fingers crossed they decide they want to keep them in, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to build for them, so I can pop the Prehistoric Kingdom dinosaur on the thumbnail and also add in some pictures for you guys to see in the speed build. So I was reading up about these dinosaurs. They lived around 75 million years ago, which is during the late Cretaceous period, and they were, all the websites I read quote them as a small dinosaur, and I suppose in comparison to the majority of the larger dinosaurs they are quite small, but they're still quite long. So they grew to between 6 and 8 feet long. They walked on 2 legs, so a little bit like an ostrich, I guess, like a modern day ostrich, and they had hands that had 3 long fingers, so that's quite perfect for like grasping onto things. They had like a little bony crest on the top of their heads and a toothless beak, which a lot of websites quote that it was perfect for crushing things. So the dinosaurs' diet probably consisted of like plants and insects, small animals, seeds, fruit, and so on. And it also may have eaten dinosaur eggs. So when it was first discovered, the scientists gave it the name Oviraptor, which actually means egg thief, because it was discovered on top of a pile of dinosaur eggs that scientists thought it was in the process of stealing. So they thought that the eggs were Protoceratops eggs. In fact, they later found out that when it was killed and fossilized, it was actually on top of its own eggs. So they thought that perhaps maybe the name of the Oviraptor might need to be changed. However, they have never changed it because it could very well have eaten dinosaur eggs. There just isn't any proof that they did do so. So aside from that unjust reputation as an egg thief, the Oviraptor also was known for being one of the most bird-like of all the dinosaurs. So it was almost certainly covered in feathers, which was the rule rather than the exception for small meat-eating dinosaurs. And although it will never really be known or be able to be proven, many scientists have suggested that its crest, or the flamboyant crest on the top of their head, was most likely used in mating rituals. So there you go, guys. There are some interesting facts about the Oviraptor. I'm going to leave you to enjoy the rest of the speed build, and I will see you back for the real-time part at the end. Take care. Well, hello everyone, welcome back from the speed build, and here we are in the car park just outside the entrance building. We're going to head in like we have just parked our car, and we are going to go and look at the Oviraptor build. So if you were a guest, I really need to put something across here because really people would just walk in and out as they desire. You would probably come up into this building here, and you'd purchase yourself a ticket with the non-existent ticket booths that I will eventually put in, and then down you will come into this area here. So there are some options you've got. You can go straight ahead here into this area of the park, or you can go this way to the right, and that's the way we're going to go. We're going to head this way past the Ankylosaurus viewing building right here, and we're going to have a little look at the Oviraptors. So they are, as I said, just a little habitat on the walkway, so you don't sort of go into a building and you don't need to go down a separate path to get to them. You just can look at them as you are on your way to view one of the other dinosaurs. So here we go. I've popped in like quite tall fences. I reckon they'd be about 2.5 meters tall, and the Oviraptors only grew to about 1 meter tall. So that's just to prevent them from obviously being able to launch themselves out at the guests. They also had quite thick beaks, so they wouldn't have been able to get their beaks or heads through these, I guess this mesh. I think I probably should have a standoff barrier, because I'm sure children and things would probably put their fingers into the mesh and so on. But you know, we will do that in due course. So you can see that the Oviraptor habitat doesn't go all the way down to the end here. The reason is because I'm going to put in another garden bed here and also a separate viewing area for the Oviraptor down this end. The reason I'm going to do that is because I did give the little Oviraptors a little privacy area in underneath this shade sail here. So if they are down in this area, they really can't be seen by the guests. I wanted to give them a little bit of space to be able to get away from being viewed, and also some shade, I think, because it's going to be quite hot in this biome here. But if you're a guest and all the Oviraptors are under this shade area, you still want to be able to get a glimpse of them. So you can come around here and kind of look through this area here, in which case they will need another little, I guess, viewing walkway here, and I might put some shade and some seats there as well. So there we go. I have not spent too long on this habitat today. I think it took me about 1.5 hours or so to build, so not too long. The custom fences probably took me the longest, to be honest, and then just putting in the, I guess, the plants and so on. You can also see as we walk down here, if we turn left, there was like this little awkward area on the side of the Daedon habitat sort of viewing area here, and I never sort of, when I built it, I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. It was just like this awkward little area. So what I've ended up doing is putting the entrance to the Oviraptor habitat there. So it's no longer a unused awkward space. It's actually a staff area. So the staff can come down, they come in here. There's probably an airlock in there, and then they shut the door behind them, and then they can get into here, into the Oviraptor habitat. I am also going to pop in a door where they would bring the Oviraptors in and out, but the Oviraptors aren't that tall, so they could easily bring them through this door as well. That's quite feasible. So anyway, there we go, guys. It is a smaller episode today. The next episode will be building the last larger habitat over in the back here. So what I will do is I am going to straighten out this path. So I'm going to make this path go straight along here, and then I am going to put in a bit of a bigger habitat here, and then all of this will be backstage area behind here, and I will have another dinosaur kind of holding pen in the back as well for the next dinosaur. I do have one in mind. I have built for it in my alpha park, my very, very first park. I'll pop a link up into the corner here if you're interested in watching that. There are quite a lot of episodes, so if you haven't seen them, feel free to jump over there. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one, guys. There is one more habitat for this park, and I do have to do quite a bit of gardening, so I'll need to pop some trees and things in here and sort of fill out this area down here, and possibly put in like quite a few trees and mountains in behind this area here. And then what we will do is we will do a tour of the park as well, so that you will be able to get the full guest experience. I'll quickly tell you what all of the habitats are if you haven't seen before. So here is the entrance here, then you've got the entrance plaza, little Protoceratops habitat as you walk in. You've got the Diankyros back here, Hyaenodon in the middle with the Hyaenodon Cafe. You've got the Archaeopteryx and Microraptor dome in the back with a beautiful view out across this lake. You have the Baryonyx is the furthest habitat into the back here. Then you have the Daedon habitat in the middle. You have the little habitat that we built today for the Oviraptor. Goodness, I just forgot the name of that one. And then you also have the Ankylosaurus and the Gallimimus habitat. So we need to put in one more decently sized carnivore, in my opinion. Let me know which one you would like to see. I have an idea, but I would really love to hear from you guys as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate your support on my channel. It has been, as I say, a bit slower lately simply because we are winding down alpha and we are getting ready to build in beta. I cannot wait to show you guys all the things I have in store for beta. If you have any ideas or you would like to see anything for beta, please do let me know. Otherwise, I have some interesting thoughts on the park that I will be creating for beta. So once again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.